都係我表哥自己整㗎，佢住喺嗰度住3年
嗰啲
先。
咁嘅花，
佢同你同行㗎，我有個
花樽就
表哥。
要搽幾粒嗰聲，我壓就已經肥晒啦。
Remember how the balcony in my ancestral house looked when we first began the renovations? It was built with bricks and cement. The house didn't have a balcony when I was living there. My cousins built it after we moved to the US. I'm so glad they did. It's a great idea to create a balcony with a space above the lower back room, which we had used as a kitchen and dining room. Our house had a front and backyard, which allowed us to be near our trees, plants, flowers, and chickens. And we had space to play as children. But a balcony is a different sort of enjoyment. Above everything, it offers better views of the neighborhood and a quieter space to relax. But the cement floor design has broken in several places, posing a danger for people on the balcony and below. I need to come up with a more durable balcony design. Sifu suggested using other materials, not cement. He said these porcelain balcony designs were more long-lasting. I wanted something pretty, and something that would allow me to see the backyard and neighborhood behind our house. This is another thing I have to decide, and there's so many decisions to be made when you remodel your home, especially an old ancestral home that's maybe 80 years old. One of the things I thought about doing, and it's amazing, I'm thinking about all these things that probably my grandparents never thought of, is extending the balcony to the kitchen, to include the kitchen and also the bathroom. Now, I know it sounds weird, but why not have a taller balcony? The reason I thought about this is because I don't want to have to sweep trash on the roof of the kitchen and the bathroom. I mean, I could have like this kind of sloping roof that would look really nice from the balcony. I could see sloping roof. That would be really pretty, actually. But what if I were to make it into an actual balcony I can walk out on and use it to hang clothes or something? Although I'd probably hang clothes down there because the washing machine would be right about here in the kitchen. So do I want to hang clothes down there in the backyard, or up in the balcony where it will get more sun? Do I want a bigger balcony? These are the kind of questions I have to ask myself, and I would love to hear your opinion. How would you do it if this was your home? How many people would vote for a bigger balcony, extended balcony, kind of L shape? And how many of you would want me to keep the ceiling of the kitchen and the bathroom at this level and maybe make it nice as a sloped Chinese roof? I don't know, I really don't know what to say. But another thing we have to consider are neighbors. Like, this is my cousin's home next door. I need to ask him, do you mind if my balcony is this high? I can actually see through your window and see exactly what you're doing. Thank goodness my cousin didn't mind. So I decided to go ahead and extend the balcony to include the space above the kitchen and bathroom, creating an L-shaped design. That would allow me to not waste that rooftop, perhaps use it to hang laundry, and free up space in the small backyard. I also asked Sifu to break the bedroom wall and make a door leading out to the balcony. He and his workers did exactly that. I had wanted French windows, but a vendor told me they only come in double pane form, but hers fogged up. Afraid of foggy window panes with dust trapped inside, I opted for just a single pane, plain aluminum alloy balcony door. I'm so excited to be able to sit on my balcony, perhaps in a bamboo chair, sipping a cup of herbal tea, with plants and flowers next to me, watching our neighborhood full of our family's history. But what type of balcony railing would allow me to see the street and its passersby, both the human and furry kind, and would also be durable in this climate? I began paying attention to balconies practically everywhere I went, in Zhongshan, Hong Kong, and on the internet. These are typical of the kind found in Zhongshan. I like them. Some have the look of Mingguo or Republic of China era. There's so much symbolism in Chinese architecture. I'm guessing this vase-like design symbolizes peace or safety, because the word for vase, huaping, rhymes with the word for peace, heping, and the word for safety, ping'an. But correct me if I'm going too far in my interpretation of Chinese architectural design. I also like this leaning out balcony, similar to the type you would see in pavilions in traditional Chinese gardens. I even found inspiration in the good morning greetings my neighbors send on our WeChat group. I really like wood, but I guess it would be impractical, even with weatherproof stains, to protect the wood. I still haven't ruled out a cement design like this one, but worried about bricks or cement blocking out too much light or deteriorating over time and possibly falling off the balcony. I'm leaning towards metal railings for their elegance and airiness. I love these railing designs I saw in Hong Kong and elsewhere. My second sister, the interior decorator, told me that metal railings need maintenance every few years to prevent rusting. The house seems so blockish looking, especially with the new kitchen and bathroom being taller. So I'm hoping an appropriate railing design will give it more flair. But it must not be too straight and boring looking. That would make the house look like a prison. With metal railings, perhaps metal chairs and tables like these might work better than bamboo. I still haven't settled on a design. I would love to get your opinion and hear about your experiences choosing balcony designs, especially the railings. Please share your ideas with me. And if you like this episode, please tap the like and subscribe icons and share this video. Thank you for those of you who have offered helpful suggestions and cautionary advice over the past few weeks. I'm grateful to you for accompanying me on this journey to restore and update my ancestral home. Have a great weekend. See you next week.